President William Samuel Ruto has signed an executive order number 4 of 2024, which is relocating of the capital city and headquarters of the government of Kenya, of the Republic of Kenya. Now, this executive order was issued by the president on 13th of December 2024. Now, there are so many things that are happening as we continue fighting about the chief, the sham, the Taifa Care. You know, I don't understand even how we can refer to the health scheme. As we continue fighting for the airport, as we continue bashing William Samuel Ruto for continuous culture of lies and misplaced promises that cannot be fulfilled, you know, here comes the executive order. Now, my issue is not even the signing of the executive order. My issue is not even relocating the capital city of Kenya from Nairobi to Nakuru. That is not my issue. My issue is there is committee here. There are people who are delegated duties. And these duties, we have, how do we call these? We have the National Executive Transition Task Force. Now, that task force, remember, they'll be sitting there for some days. And of course, there is monies that are going to be used in order for that kind of a transition to take place. Now, there is a part in this executive order that says, now, therefore, I, William Samuel Ruto, President of the Republic of Kenya and Commander-in-Chief of the Defense Forces, by the authority vested in me by the Constitution and statute laws of Kenya, hereby order and direct: 1. That the capital city and headquarters of government of Kenya shall be relocated from Nairobi City County to Nakuru County, as set out in this executive order. 2. That this order assigns functions and institutions amongst ministries and state departments as hereunder. And 3. That this order supersedes Executive Order number 6 of 1907, issued on the 3rd day of June 1907, issued under the hand and seal of the President on this 13th day of December in the year of our Lord 2024. Signature of the President of Kenya, William Samuel Ruto. Now, this letter has been circulated to the Prime Cabinet Secretary, the Chief of Staff and Head of the Public Service, Honorable Attorney General, all Cabinet Secretaries, the Secretary to the Cabinet, the Controller, State House, all principal secretaries, the Chief of Staff to the Deputy President, the Chief of Staff to Prime Cabinet Secretary, the Secretary, Public Service Commission, the Auditor General, the Controller of Budget, the Clerk, National Assembly, the Clerk, Senate, the Chief Registrar, Judiciary, all county governors, all regional commissioners, all county commissioners, all constitutional commissions, stroke independent offices, all chief executive officers of state corporations, stroke state agencies. Now, here is a list of the National Executive Transition Task Force, the people who are going to be in that task force for allowing smooth transition, that we are going to allow smooth transition from Nairobi to Nakuru, to make Nakuru the capital city of Kenya. Already, we know that we have Mombasa as a city of Kenya, we have Nairobi as the capital city of Kenya, we have Nakuru as a city, we have Kisumu as a city, and now recently we had Eldoret as a city. But now they want to relocate the capital city to be in Nakuru County. Now, the people who are in this transition task force are: 1, His Excellency Professor Kithure Kindiki, Susan Kihika, Johnson Arthur Sakaja, John Mbadi, Onesimus Kipchumba Murkomen, Ali Zwahome, Dr. David Ndi, Mr. Davis Chirichir, Nicholas Tirop Koech, Mr. Philip J. Maina. Then we have Raphael Tuju there. We have Dr. Fred Matiang'i. We have Mr. Kasmuel Makor. Now, let me go on. Professor John Crop Lonyangapuo, Lee Kinyanjui, Mr. Henry Ogoe, Engineer Peter Jenga. Now, just the other day, I'm not surprised to see the name of Kasumel Makor here, because they will try to argue that that is the person representing the youth and the Gen Zs and the millennials in there. But that is totally misplaced if this is what they call the representation of the youth, because as far as we know, Makol is a traitor in the movement towards liberating this nation. Now, this person that you are again chanting so much that you want him to take over President Ruto, that is Fred Matiang'i, in terms of being the president, is now also in this list, Dr. Fred Matiang'i. Therefore, these are the people who still are moving on towards, propelling and supporting this government that is making people go through a hectic economic time. That is just the best way I can put it. Now, from there, we also have Raphael Tuju in these. Now, number 15, Lee Kinyanjui. Remember, it is the other day that Lee Kinyanjui was telling us how this government of William Samoei Ruto is a failed one. And he was referring to William Samoei Ruto, Raila Amolo Odinga, Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta, Musalia Mudavadi, amongst other leaders as political cousins. And that these people, they have nothing much other than protecting their own interest, the legacy of their families, their businesses. They are not interested in making Kenyans see a better day, a better life. That is why you are seeing even the delays in terms of constituting the IEBC coming up. Therefore, is it that they are creating a straight path for William Samoei Ruto to come and, supposedly say that he has now won the presidential elections again in 2027? Yet we know as we speak, he is not the popular candidate as we would try to think of. That is it. I'm not so concerned about with the nitty gritties in the. Okay, I can see here Sector for Financial Planning and Budgeting. Develop budgets and financial plans for the relocation, including costs associated with infrastructure development, relocation of personnel, and establishment of new facilities. Monitor expenditure and financial resources allocated to the relocation process. Now, this is the tasks that will be given to this executive transition task force. Now, in terms of those, remember, the taxpayers' money is the one that is going to be used in this whole process of transition. I mean, what is wrong with Nairobi? What is wrong such that we have to use a lot of money? I mean, this government, what is the priority? You start one thing, leave it halfway, go mess up the other one. I mean, just like I did say, drunken man's philosophy. One step ahead, three steps backward. I mean, this government, there's a lot. I mean, when you think that you are done with one thing, another thing is coming on. Oh, Kenyans, we have a lot to deal with. We totally have a lot to deal with. I even don't know. Oh my God. Oh my God. How much will be used in this? I mean, this will be into a tunes of billions of shillings. Trust me. And a lot of money will be embezzled from the National Treasury in this. A lot of money, because of course, you see in the task force, even the CS for Treasury, that is John Mbadi, is also part of the National Executive Transition Task Force. The Deputy President, Kithure Kindiki, is part of it, So I wonder what is wrong. I'm trying to see the reasons as to why these duties are intended to ensure a well-coordinated and structured approach to relocating the capital city, fostering development in Nakuru County, and maximizing the benefits of relocation for Kenya as a whole. Why public participation? The Speaker of the Senate and the National Assembly are directed to initiate and oversee public participation process immediately. The public participation shall aim to gather input and feedback from stakeholders, including citizens, civil society organizations, and other interested parties regarding the recreation of the capital city and its associated developments. Now, my question is, Does our voice even matter? The other day when you did public participation with regards to the impeachment of the Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua, we did say kufa dereva kufa makanga. We did expect that if Gachagua was to be impeached, then also Ruto was to be impeached. That was the unanimous voice in public participation, and it was not respected. This government does not even respect court orders. How again do we expect that they're going to even, respect the views that the citizens of Kenya are going to give? How are we sure that they're going to respect the views the civil society organizations, the stakeholders in this government are going to give? Oh my. These are just processes. Money has been looted and now they are finding areas in which this money can be spent. You understand? So that they do say, there are questions. Remember, the court already ordered the government to give us how much debt do we owe? How much was borrowed? What are the terms and conditions of these loans? Therefore, these are things that are created just to shade the government from being seen as a stealer or as a thieving, public resources from the common mwananchi. We are going through difficult economic times, not because the government doesn't have money, not because Kenya is poor, but because the kind of leaders that we have in position are people who are not competent enough to make sure that the country is transformed. Look at the agricultural sector, look at the health sector, look at the education sector. Things are crumbling down, businesses are not moving, yet the priority you give is relocation. Oh my, I would love to see how much is going to be used in this process. Anyway, those are just my thoughts. If you are watching from our YouTube or Facebook page, give us your comment in the comment section below. If you're watching from our YouTube channel, kindly subscribe and press notification button so anytime that we're live or we upload content of this nature, you'll be the very first person to be notified. If you're watching from our Facebook page, kindly follow us for regular updates. Ahmed Khalif is my name for the Unscripted Talks here in DURB Radio. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuhu.
Kwa timba kali za Afrika, DURB Radio ndio mpango mzima.